What's up, y'all? It's your boy R to the A to the S. Yes. Roz here with Receive with Caution Blog. Today I'm at the Legacy Conference 2012 and we are with Zae the Blacksmith. Zae, what's up, bro?
What up, man?
All right. Chillin'. All right, want to ask you about 3 questions.
All right.
First question, a little bit of hip hop question. Now, you have some people who feel that if you're an underground artist, you have to, sort of stick to, the boom bap. Can't really go into like the mainstream sound and stuff like that. What do you think as far as when artists start off underground but then go into the mainstream sound? Do you view them as sellouts? Do you view them as growing? Like, how do you tell the difference between the two in your opinion?
I think it's tricky, man. It's tough to tell. One of the struggles that I do gotta point out is that that like crossover, that selling out terminology, certainly was bigger. It was a bigger part of the culture at a different time in hip hop. And so, if you've been around for that long and you've been engaged with hip hop for that long, then I think it's worth like revisiting what your outlook is on that. And so having said that, I think I don't know, man. It's a case by case thing, man. You don't really always understand what the artist is trying to do. I think it can be. I think you can have an artist who begins to make art based, driven by business decisions. And so those things that he's considering business-wise will change his sound and his art, and that can be. I mean, if he's making bad art, then it turns out to be a bad thing. If he's doing good art, then it's a good thing. But then also you got a preference thing. So if you start out one way and you switch it up, it might just be that you prefer what the artist was first doing, and what he's doing now is just not part of your taste or what you enjoy. So you could be, you could be upset as a fan, but that doesn't necessarily mean that the music isn't necessarily good. So I think. I don't know. I think I'm more so. I would say I'm more so like I'm driven mostly by art. Like when I make music, than business. And so as an artist, I think the main thing I think about, and if you are an artist first, then it's like, man, just be honest with your art. Like, enjoy the fact that God has given us art. To enjoy him through, and just be real. Keep it real with who you are and what you do, and that can mean a whole bunch of stuff, man. Some people, they really enjoy paying attention to what people are liking and listening to, and kind of giving people what they want, and I think that could be dope. Some cats are just like, yo, man, really, I just do what I like to do, and that's why my music sounds like that. So at the end of the day, I think it's all cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just depends. Like what's your purpose? Like, how do you function? And so I think first, before we start to come to conclusions and kind of judge what an artist is doing, is kind of maybe like figure out what his intent is. So you can. I think that's gonna let you know whether he's being authentic with it, real, or what's really going on. And so I don't think it's. I think it's a conversation that kind of develops, and you kind of need to have patience, a lot of dialogue, open mind, and just kind of work through and think through them. So I don't think it's like a clear-cut thing.
Okay. Let's get a little bit into your mixtape. Like, first of all, can you really define what a mixtape is? Not everybody really knows what a mixtape is. Can you define a mixtape?
Okay, so before I define the mixtape, I do want to grant something. What the term and like what it means, it's been changing through time, and so I recognize that. But mixtapes, as far as I understand it, were basically just that. Like at the core essence was just a tape that had mix or blend of different songs on it. Now what happened is in the hip hop culture, they began to capitalize on that art. It's really like an art form, and it's the craft of the DJ. And so what the DJ would do is he made his tape and incorporated certain elements of his craft. And so, I mean, one of the main things, the reason why it's called mixtape is because the songs mixed, like with the transition from one song to the next, mixed or blended together. Blend tape was also another name for it in the hip hop culture. So a mixtape originally or at one point was the DJ's craft. He would go and boom and and blend mix songs together. And it's a street art. It was street commerce, really. I mean, so DJs would make these tapes. They was hot and sell them. I believe it was Kid Capri actually who kind of like played a big role in perpetuating and kind of bringing it out. So that's what a mixtape is. Now with time, that's been changing. Like the way that people view mixtapes and what they say that a mixtape is, that's been changing. And so at one point, and I'm not really sure when it happened, but what started to happen is rappers would put together collections of songs, and by that point it was on CDs, and so it weren't even really tapes, but there would be these songs that they would, I guess typically what they would do is just put them together and give them away for free and call it a mixtape. And so nowadays people that's where the terminology of mixtape has gone to, and you just got to keep it real. I mean, like people call that a mixtape, and like dictionaries don't inform culture. Like the culture informs the dictionary as far as definitions go. So to some degree, you kind of got a grant. Like, all right, cool. Like, okay, so that's what a mixtape is nowadays. All right, bet. That's what's up. And so, however, I grew up on mixtapes, man. Like, I love mixtapes. Like, I would say maybe, I don't know, like 70 to 80% of the music that I took in and how I got a hold of like new artists was through mixtapes. And so it's just an art form that I'm really connected to. I really love. I enjoyed it a lot, and it's just not done that way anymore. And so it was just my way to kind of pay homage to that aspect of the culture and how that was done. And also especially because my dude, Average Joe, DJ Average Joe, who's one of my dearest friends, we kind of lived together, and we just had like just a good friendship. It was also a way to kind of be able to do art and do it with somebody who you bang with, who you roll with, and whose craft you appreciate. And so that's where that's how that got formed with that mixtape with Joe. Yeah.
Okay. What are some topics you're going to be talking about on this album? Maybe give us a couple of topics.
So it's kind of scattered. It's a little scattered. I mean, it kind of plays into the title. Mosaic, just kind of being all over the place. But so there's different kind of topics and different ways to address them. But I mean, you have some songs that are kind of treated sort of formally, and sort of like in a sense like formal theology. There's a song on scripture, and it's basically what the word says about itself. It's pretty rigid in terms of the view that it presents, and so we got that. Man, it's a bunch of different things. I got a couple songs that just kind of, there's just my heart's cry to the Lord. It's just maybe like, if you will, like a look into my prayer closet. It's just so with that one is written more from just from a personal perspective. I got a couple joints that address some topics that might be of more interest to the sisters. Let's see, I got a joint on, I mean, you probably, from listening to it, you probably wouldn't guess or walk away right away with the fact that that's what it's about. But I got a joint on theology proper, for my theology has, for my systematic theology has. And so yeah, it's a little bit of blend. I do get kind of scholastic in some places. Some places are just not so systematic and thought out. Just spit from the heart. So yeah, so I don't know if that kind of helps you.
Okay. Then last question, what can we expect sonically? Is this like a hardcore album, a little bit laid back, or is it a little mixture of everything, or?
Yeah, I think it's a little mixture of a couple different sounds. There certainly isn't, there's some sounds, especially some of what's popular today, what would be considered more like Midwest or Southern feeling that you're really not going to get on that project. That's just due to my, my preferences, my flavors, just what I, the kind of ear and the bent that I have. But you can expect East Coast, boom bap, ruggedness on it. There are some smoothed out Johns. I got Just Word contributed a couple tracks that kind of helped to bring a little smoothness, a little laid backness, more than if you just left it up to Joe and I, where it would probably be, just more harder. So a little bit, mix it up a little bit.
Okay. And what can we expect it, and plug where we can get it from?
You can get it from Bandcamp.
Okay.
So you run the Bandcamp, it's going to be up there. But you can get it iTunes, Amazon, wherever digital downloads, wherever you get your digital downloads stuff for the most part, you'll be able to get it. Christ-centric website, you can get it from us directly as well.
All right. This is Proceed with Caution Blog. Kobe Sutz, and I'm out.